Hey y'all, and welcome back. So this time I'm going to do something a little different and show you guys how I made this trending wreath ornament that's become really popular this season. So a quick side note, I've been doing a lot of cyber sleuthing, especially on my social media channels, and this one wreath kept popping up and I thought it was just so cute, I knew I had to try and make one. So as you can see here, we're going to start with just a simple chain of 10. For me, this works best because I'm going to be using a size G crochet hook for this one, in order to keep it small but taut. That way it hangs nicely on the tree. Slip stitch to make a ring like we always do. Chain 1, and then start single crocheting throughout the entire ring space. And I have to be honest with you guys, I come up with a lot of these terms on my own just because it's the heat of the moment, and as we've established, I can't talk and think at the same time. But a lot of the terms I do use are also established. You know, single crochet, half double, all that good stuff. So while I'm working on this piece, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Well, not really a secret now, but an announcement. Starting next month, I'm afraid I'm going to have to start posting only one video a month. My work schedule has just gotten too chaotic lately, and I need to find some balance, especially because I'm going to go through a big career change real soon. But more to come on that later. Now to finish up this stage, we're going to slip stitch into our first single crochet that started the round. And we've got this beautiful little ring that we can start working off of. I'm kind of speeding this part up just because it's easier for me to show you than to tell you. But what I'm effectively doing is chaining 1, skipping the first stitch, chain again, and single crocheting into the immediate one, into the immediate stitch right next to it. If you're interested, I also have a pattern available on my main blog on the website for the studio, so feel free to check that out in the link in the comments section below. One day, I promise I will learn how to draft out charts and diagrams, because I know that makes it just a little bit easier to work off of for a lot of people. Though personally, I do have to admit, I'm kind of partial to shorthand for a certain reason. It's just what I grew up on. But then again, when I discovered diagrams, a whole new world opened up. I cannot tell you how amazing it was. So we're going to finish up this round here, following the chaining and skipping pattern that I kind of touched on. And this is going to help us create our leaves later on in the pattern. For creating the leaves on this pattern, we're going to be using a scalloping technique. That's where we make stitches that are manipulated to look as if they're being made out in a cute little scalloping edge. Kind of like scales, if you think about it. I don't know, at this point I'm just kind of babbling as I'm working. This is one of the reasons why I actually started this channel. A dedicated crafter who doesn't have anyone to talk to in her workspace lives a very sad and lonely life. As always, we're going to complete this last round with a simple slip stitch. Now here's why I'm showing you what we're going for with the scalloping pattern. To create the actual scallop, we're going to double crochet 5 into a single stitch. Remember, the groupings can get kind of tight in these kind of patterns, so take your time and really concentrate. Once you've made your last double crochet, go ahead and slip stitch into the immediate single crochet. Just like that. Do this all the way around until you have at least 7 of these little, quote, leaves. What I like to do here is go ahead and snip it, tuck it, and secure the yarn. Wait, strike that, reverse it. Snip it, secure it, just like so, and then tuck it with a tapestry needle. But that's because I like to use ribbon to make my tree hangers. Remember, pull it taut but not too tight. Go ahead and clip your excess like so, and be very careful. I have cut myself many times. It's not pleasant. I'm using length of ribbon here just because I have a lot of extra ribbon I need to get rid of. But if you are so partial and you have some leftover red you need to get rid of, go ahead and weave that through to create this little ribbon detail. It's hard to see from right here, but we're going to be weaving it in and out of the foundational chains that we made in round number 2. The one thing I do have to warn you about is that ribbon can get a little loopy on you. So really take your time, and if you have to, go back and use your tapestry needle to straighten it out later. Clip as much as you want for the bow, however style you choose. And then go ahead and just tie it off. What I also like to do is to take some of my thread and tack it down really good so I don't lose the bow later on. Sometimes even the satiny ribbon it can really fall apart if you're not careful with it. And just tie it off like so. Oh, look how pretty that's turning out. I love it. Oh, this looks so cool. Go ahead and take your scissors and snip the excess as much as you want. But wait, there's more, my dear friends. Since my stubbornness knows no bounds, we're going to do a little extra with beading. Now I decided to speed this part up because at regular speed it was a little embarrassing, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I do a little bit of beading on the side, but it's not really my forte. Although it does create this beautiful mistletoe look around the wreath, and it's just chef's kiss. Well guys, thank you so much for coming and visiting me in the studio. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I will see you next year. Bye!